What's up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen and Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below so that way you get to know when I post all of my tea talks. I hope everybody is doing well, swell, striving, and surviving, honey. I'm trying my best to do the same thing. I'm not going to carry on too long because I got things to do, places to go, and people to see, okay? So go ahead, get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you're sipping on, get it and bring it close. Shouts out to everybody that was in the building for our book club, first book club meeting for the summer. I'm super excited. If you want to know what we're reading, be sure that you look at all of the links down below so that way you can be brought up to current on that. All right, keep yourself abreast of what's going on. All right, outside of that, all my church announcements will be down below, but like I said, go ahead and get whatever it is that you're sipping on and bring it close. Now, you know, it's the summertime. Everybody about to get gassed up to go outside. Everyone's about to, you know, live their best life like it's golden. All right, and so we need to have a tea talk. Now, this topic has been brought to my attention by one of our fellow warriors in our warrior community, so shouts out to them. And so we need to talk about a topic that I think we've gone through before with red flags and ringing the alarms. But that was more on the side of being aware of others. We need to have a checkpoint talk about making sure that though we can discern them a mile away, we're not factored into that group as well. All right? It's nothing worse than someone talking about how they can peg somebody and they need to be pegged too. Pause. But still, you know what I'm saying. You know, don't talk if you don't own a mirror. Okay, so we need to go ahead and just have a little checkpoint talk with that, because like I said, it came up at our Doubtfire. So yeah, let's bring it over here and discuss. Now, everything that I say comes and is provided and sponsored by my real life. So when I tell you what I'm telling you, and you may have heard it before from me previously, it's because it's the truth. All right, when you don't pay attention in the beginning, it's going to cost you later. All right, and a lot of times what costs us later is hard to break away from because we have gone so long and we have not realized that, you know, at casinos you use chips and shit to get what you want. In real life, we play with our free will like we're at a casino. You know what I'm saying? We trade it in for chips. Pretty much, if you think about it. And when we do that, and when we gamble with our free will, we don't understand everything is placed before us. This is how we get to become who we're meant to be. You have to get over those hurdles. You got to go through those trenches, those valleys. You got to appreciate the mountaintops, as well as know that the fire is damn sure not cool. So when we put in mind our free will sponsors that journey, as to if we see all those things, we have to realize what is on the table in order for us to see that. And a lot of times it is our free will. Though you may know and have knowledge that you have an exam coming up, and that exam to help you pass the class or give you a minimum grade to pass the class, you knowing that ahead of time and you knowing that's going to give you a result, there's something missing. And in this situation is not pegging nobody but ourselves. All right, so we need to talk about how we can bring more attention to our free will, so then that way we can really stop making these gamble like ass decisions. Can't nobody tell me we don't gamble with our lives when we got penitentiaries filled up to the hilt. Can't nobody sit here and tell me that we don't gamble with our free will when we have homeless addicts on the streets. Can't nobody sit here and tell me that we don't gamble with our feelings when we decide that we're going to reject people like our loved ones, the ones that have the same bloodline as you. Can no one tell me that we don't gamble outside of Las Vegas in real life. We gamble with our feelings. We gamble with how we see things, our perception. And we gamble even with the outcome and the result, because a lot of times we feel like we put in more than we get out. And when that happens, guess what? It costs us more down the line. When have you ever seen someone being able to step away from anything toxic one time and one time only without understanding, building their tolerance of saying enough is enough? We need to talk about that. All right. So I got my little notes that I wrote down that came with this. This video should have been out maybe like 2 weeks ago. But every time I kept reading, I kept finding things that just kept clicking back to this topic. And it's because I feel like we take a lot of our free will for granted. Now, granted, times can be hard. Things are seeming to be harder. Y'all hear about all these food shortages that we got coming around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Some people, believe it or not, in society, we had this pandemic and everything happening, and some people were able to see the bright side of being able to come out and be stable, start businesses, finish school, A, B, C, D, F, G. And then you have ones that see that the pandemic was almost like gambling, right? Because guess what? They can have what they want, get it when they want, and people were willing to give it away for pennies, all because they needed the currency more than they needed the intellectual property. So when it comes down to our free will, it's the same way. When it's time for us to make life choices, we make some bad decisions. And not all of it is someone else's fault. A majority of it is ours. But I think if we pay attention to the fact of, one, everything is predestined, meaning that it was set on stage in your life before you knew you were going to come to it, right? So it was already foreknowledgeable that it was going to be on your path. Now, knowing by seeing it on your path, experiencing it on your path, how are you going to maneuver around it using your free will? Now, though it's free will, understand, in order for you to have peace, you got to exercise free will appropriately. Boom. You got to exercise it appropriately. Robbing a store is going to eventually get you caught, and you get 3 meals, maybe 2 a day, in a hot cot with a stranger. Is that similar to you just going to the soup line and going to the shelter and getting up and going to go find you a job? I mean, I'm just saying I'm just saying it out loud for the ones in the back who got their tickets late. Our free will is like our get out of jail free card. If you can only be creative, if you can only respect and appreciate free will, it won't be so much of a gamble when we decide to put all our money on black. Just say it. I'm just saying, I just really think smart people think twice. And if we put a light on it, maybe it will bring more of a brightness to the fact of free will and being able to exercise things for yourself versus society and life. Make whatever decision or example out of you it may be necessary. It's way easier just for you to respect the fact that you do have free will. A lot of things in life don't go our way, but for the fact of you still can exercise free will to make a smart decision, please support the smart decisions. Where is my shirt? Where's my shirt? Because this is a time for us to realize we need to support smart decisions. All right? I know we all trying to hang on. I know we all are stretched thin. But it will be easier for me to make you a neighbor than for me to put myself all on black and feel like You know, you coming like the Grim Reaper towards me. We have to make sure that we have it in check as to what we see, our boundaries, so that way we can be able to move forth and not be so reactive with our reaction and decision. Because again, if you don't pay attention in the beginning, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you way more down the line. And it's harder to break away from things that have broken us, and we're conditioned and groomed to accept it because we feel as if, like, with the free will we have and the people around us, we can't make smart, healthy decisions. That's not all the other person bringing that energy. That's you acknowledging it and accepting it. Only you know you. So y'all let me know down below. Next time, that shirt, I have that shirt in our web store. I will put all the information down below should you want to order a shirt. But yes, please support smart decisions. All right, we get so tied up into material things and man-made things, having us feel like if we have it, we're complete, not understanding that free will is what makes us feel that way, because you have the choice into what it is that you want to accept, and you have a choice in what it is that you want to decide not to deal with. So y'all let me know down below. So be sure that you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell down below, and until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Bye.